Thank you so much for the invite. It's a privilege to be associated with BW and the CFO Awards. Being a part of the jury, it was it was a learning exercise as far as I'm concerned. I learned a lot yesterday, evaluating people, taking their perspective, and understanding what they have done in their chosen field. And I must tell you, the diversity which I saw was really amazing. And the Indian ecosystem is a very complex ecosystem as far as Indian businesses are concerned. And the CFO's role has become very, very important considering the complexities that are there. For example, just to say that how many regulators we have. Any company has to go through multiple regulators. We have RBI, we have MCA, we have IRDA, we have SEBI, and PFRDA, and then so many regulators. So a CFO has a very, very important role in the whole journey of a company. And I can tell you very clearly, I have seen this very closely, what the CFO role can be. So if somebody follows football, it's like a midfielder who knows how to attack and defend both. If it is being attacked, the opponent's attack, the CFO is the person to defend. And then if there has to be an aggression, it is the CFO who takes the responsibility of making the growth also, helping the CEO and the company's management to grow. So, as I mentioned, a very complex situation with multiple regulation, and you will be surprised to know the amount of compliance that has increased in the last 5 years. The compliance cost also, if you look at, has risen by 4%. If you take the whole ecosystem together, the compliance cost has gone by about 4%, because there are returns, there are submissions to board, there are submissions to regulators, and then there are submissions, results to everything are being submitted to SEBI. Then there are insider trading guidelines which are very complex, and then getting the board together to understand all the guidelines and to see that there is a closure period, also window closure period. So every CFO has to deal with a very complex compliance structure. And we are moving towards automated compliance, but still the role of the human element of a CFO absolutely is a very important aspect. One more factor that I want to tell everybody out of my own experience: the promoter is always keen to grow the company. They look for expansion, they go for acquisition, they want to grow the company, the bottom line, the top line, everything. And they expect the CFO to get the resources, they expect the CFO to do everything. So when in any growth, it is the CFO who can control the growth, because growth can be very can tip off a company. A wrong decision taken in a period of growth can actually take down many companies. And if you look at the data itself, 2007, if you look at the first 50 companies and look at the data of today's first 50 companies, you will see that 30 companies from that do not exist today or have slipped out. So why does that happen? Because people have gone, the mindset of the promoter is to grow, mindset is to increase, expand, etc. The CFO's role thus becomes very important, because the CFO controls this growth. He is a regulator to the growth. He must provide an ecosystem where growth can be sort of moderated, yet sustain the organization. So my feeling is the CFO's role has, especially in this growing period, has become very, very important. The CFO is expected to reduce the debt, is expected to raise resources, help the company in rating process, supposed to coordinate with board members, supposed to coordinate with the internal auditors, and which is the duty, is to be in touch with the statutory auditors, also deal with the regulators if there are regulatory aspects. So the duty of the CFO is the overload actually, and the CFO has to see that he mitigates each and every risk which comes to the organization, and thus the role of a modern CFO is evolving and changing. And I personally feel because the compliance and the regulatory challenges and also the mindset of the promoters who want to grow, so the CFO has to moderate all this and optimize the growth, make everybody sort of part of the growth, and also explain the risks involved in the growth. So yesterday, when we were going through various awards, the applicants, and I could see some of them had come from very good companies, and some of the CFOs were struggling in some difficult companies, but they were exceeding in, say, reducing debt, and they were reducing the cost of capital, they were reducing the cost of funding, and there was a lot of things that the CFO could bring into the table, and we tried to isolate the company's performance from the CFO's performance, and that actually really brought to me, and I was very amazed at the role the CFO can bring in actually turning the company or helping the company in the growth. So when we were evaluating all the applications, so we realized, and we were seeing the presentation, each CFO had a different perspective to present, and that was very interesting because somebody comes from a startup, and startup does not have too much funding, but they have to grow. So there is a different perspective coming from those set of CFOs. There is another set of perspective that comes from a listed entity. Then we saw some insurance companies. So what happens is the role of an insurance company is totally different. The business model is very different. So the CFO has to adopt themselves to the business model of the organization. And that is very important. The CFO's first and primary task is to understand the stakeholders, the business model, and also to see what are the inherent risks the company has. And then, along with the top management and along with the CEO of the company, the CFO must look to transform this company into what is called a very sound, financially sound company. Because one thing that is important at the end of it is any financially strong company is going to take the test of competitiveness. Because what is important today in this whole market is cash is king. And that is the role of a CFO, how he or she manage the ecosystem. So that is my take as far as the CFO's role is concerned. Now, let me tell you what are the dangers, the flip side, or what the CFO has. The CFO is accountable. It's a person who's really accountable. If you see the amount of notices that the CFO has got in various companies in the past, I cannot especially name these companies, but the CFOs have really been called up. Though their responsibility was limited, but the regulators and all the stakeholders really thrust upon the CFO to actually take those responsibilities. So on one side, there is that great, is the fulcrum of the organization, and the other side, there are risks and liabilities attached to the CFO. And the Companies Act 2013 actually puts a lot of responsibility on the CFO. So the role is not easy. The role is absolutely a very, very difficult role CFO has to go. Now, one thing that I would like to also state. So everybody has a different journey as far as CFO is concerned. Somebody, they rise in the ranks and become the CFO. Some people come in from various other companies and become CFOs. So where they come from other companies, creating an acceptability is a very, very big challenge, which I think most CFOs have to sort of weather it out. They have to see that basically the the ecosystem that is there helps them. They become the catalyst to growth. Actually, they are the transformation agents, so to say. So I think getting the acceptability of people is also a very big task, and growing within the organization also has its own type of challenges, because you sort of uh, you do the same thing, and I think we wear out ourselves with these with the same job profile that we've held. So there are advantages of moving in a career from one place to another, and there are some disadvantages of staying in the same organization. But I think what is important for a CFO is the stability that the CFO can bring to the organization, and that is what is very, very important for the organization itself. As I mentioned, every CFO has a different role, because the company and the business model and the regulators keep on changing. And I must tell you that uh, in my career of 35 years, I've been in engineering company boards, and I can tell you the CFO's role was such a difficult role, because the engineering company, people with engineering background, with people who were only looking at production, people who are only looking at only the productivity, did not actually did not gel, or did not take the CFO. Excess inventory, creating excess inventory, creating excess production, creating excess stocks. So all these, the CFO, and there could be multiple divisions, SBUs within that organization, to CFO's control, and amongst all these people, because especially to work in an engineering company or a technical company is a very difficult thing, because the CFO is the only person from the finance background, and what they understand in terms of budgeting, and what they understand in terms of discipline, what they understand in terms of fund management, actually is very difficult to be sort of transmitted to all the other people who are technical. But I have seen success stories there too. People who could reach out to people, explain the logic, and get the company into a proper technical company or engineering company into financial strength, is a very, very big challenge for a CFO. And I've seen some huge success stories. Means I'm not naming individuals. I've seen some huge success stories of how the CFO have sort of helped. I can give you one example if I take the liberty, and say, he will excuse me, I hope. There's some CFOs have held the company from one generation to another. And there I can give an example. Rajesh Gupta of Havels, who has been like 40, 35, 40 years in that organization, could see one generation and successfully become a part of the next generation. So these are stories. And also, it shows the longevity of a person, how the person has changed with time. So there are some very, very good examples. There is another a person, chartered accountant, Mr. Jitendra Gupta, whom I know. He works for an engineering company. Again, I have seen him 35 years go through collaborators, see the problems of arbitration with various companies, and and become the integral part of the company, handle balance sheets, etc. So there are many success stories. Means if you look at the CFO world itself, there are many, many success stories. Those who could actually give become the backbone of the company. The company and its management will do its activity of operations and everything else, but managing the finances, and going across generations, and doing work across the various stakeholders, is a very, very uh, you know very complex thing. Now, another role that I would like to, I will not take too much time, but another role that I will very clearly spell out is when an organization is going for a IPO. The amount of work the CFO does, oh my God, it is crazy. So actually, it is very intense, and all the regulatory challenges fall on the CFO. And the amount of coordination with the merchant bankers, with with the regulator, becomes a very complex job explaining everything together. And that is what is a very important, significant role. Many of these IPOs which we are seeing, huge number of IPOs that come in, we see that. The next big challenge for any CFO now in the present situation is the technology. Technology, we are embarrassing technology. We want to be linked with technology. We are advancing in technology, blockchain, everything is coming in. Everything is in a different world altogether. And today CFO has to equip, if at all there is one mantra, has to take care and become very, very conversant with technology. Must be forward looking in technology. And that is the next level of CFO, which I see. And especially this COVID period, all virtual board meetings happened, all results audit happened in virtual mode, all things happened, and yet data had to be protected. And such an important role, data protection for the CFO, because if the result leaks out in this environment of where there is no physical presence, it is very, very a huge risk the CFOs run. And I think if you see, I have not seen a single in this pandemic any big company or any company where we have seen even the smallest leakage of data or leakage of results. So that itself is a testimony of the fact that we have very, very good CFOs, promising CFOs, and I know that we have to develop skill sets further. But technology is going to be the next level of what is important for the CFOs. So I don't want to take too much of your time. What I feel is that this is a new zone which we are all entering. I hope the pandemic is more or less over, or even if it isn't, we are at the end of it. There is going to be a new role, and which the CFOs will have, because we will see more and more virtual board meetings. We will see more and more virtual filings. We will see more and more people not, being physically there. So the CFOs will have a very major role in the next few years, and with the regulatory changes, and with multiple regulators, and with the fact that this is a very complex ecosystem where we are transforming from a brick and mortar to a e-commerce world, so-called e-commerce world. So this is going to be the test for all the CFOs. I wish all of them the very best. Yesterday was a very interesting day, and it was really a learning experience. I thank VW and the entire team for hosting me here. Thank you so much.